Hey, how's everybody doing out there? Oh my goodness. I'm
Just a minute. I'm not ready yet. I forgot to do something with my phone.
all right. She's got to do her grocery list, folks. We'll be back.
I'm ready now. I'm ready. We can actually get started now.
Oh
You want to go ahead and hit the button to get started? No?
Oh, I did.
All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Tinkering with Tech show. I'm so excited. I'm going to have a hard time keeping myself under control here, so
I know.
I'll let you handle it. No, go ahead, Michael. It's okay. Go ahead.
Over me. Any of you watched? We did. It's so funny how this is just fate. I just wanted to open up with this because we spent 2 hours doing live videos talking about the inside of Zoom, right?
I notice how you're not talking about the 4.5 hours that we tried getting it ready
beforehand, but then today Zoom comes out with an update and all the insides are changed. So it never fails. You go through and you do all this stuff and you create these videos and then you got that. So there you go.
This is what happens when you tinker with tech. That's what happens.
That's right. Thank you, anyone, though, that did watch those videos, or if you want to see what it looks like when you go into a Zoom meeting as a guest, those 2 videos are out there for iPhone, iPad. And then we had mobile phones. We had computer. It lets you see it from all those different angles and all that kind of stuff.
And a tablet.
Let's get right to it. You ready to get to it?
Let's do that because this is the exciting part. We have a guest today. You're not just going to hear us blab all day today. So.
I know. It's awesome. And if the green room is any indication of the show, you might want to put a seatbelt on because it could be
that's good. Yes. Buckle up, everybody. Because
go ahead.
We've got Professor Nez in the house. I'm so excited. So excited to have Professor Nez here with us.
Professor Nez. Dude, how are you?
I'd like to order a large fries with a side of ranch, and I'd like a Kentucky cheeseburger. No, I'm kidding. Wow, Great to see you guys. How are you?
It's always dinner time, so that was just too much. That was just too much right there. But so
it's really great to see you guys.
Let's tell them who you are. A little bit about who you are. I know.
Who am I? That's the eternal question. The eternal question is, who am I? And the eternal answer, I have no clue. No, I'm a podcaster, live streamer. I'm a LinkedIn consultant. I run a business where I help individuals and businesses with their online presence, their personal brand. I'm a personal branding coach. And I know Heather can't wait to ask me, what in the world does that even mean? I'm going to tell you.
You didn't even let me ask the question. What do you mean? What in the heck is a personal branding coach?
Okay, take two. Ask me the question.
All right, everybody leave and come back. Let's go.
I apologize. We're going to come back from our sponsors, KFC. No, I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Right.
What's the question again? Who am I?
It's what the heck is a personal branding coach? That was my question to you. What the heck is it?
I love this. And I have to take the glasses off because this means I'm getting serious. No, I'm kidding.
All right.
Those of you guys who know me and some of my people, I can see Arthur Moorhead here and some great people. When I take my glasses off, Nez gets serious. No,
that's right.
Personal branding has been around since the dawn of time, and it's a phrase that literally has zero meaning. And I'm kind of sick of the phrase too, but literally what it just translates to is 21st century communications. It's just modern communications. So how do I communicate? I being either let's say a project manager trying to advance my career, or I being a business owner trying to expand my reach, grow my business. How do I get my message out there to the right people so that I can impact lives? That's literally what it's all about. And so I help people, being somebody who's been, somebody who eats, sleep, and breathes language, words, 7-time author, business communications professor at several universities in California. This is what I do. I'm a speaker as well, author. So that's what I do. I'm really not good at a lot of things. My wife will vouch for that. And so this is all I got, Heather. This is all I got.
You know what though? It's good enough because I mentioned this in the green room, so I'm going to tell our audience I have been stalking you, and I've enjoyed everything that I've been seeing. I'm just going to read these words from your website.
Please.
They say, discover your purpose, communicate your message, impact your audience.
Boom.
Now, our audience watching this, they're almost all of them are regulars. I think everybody here can say this is what they want to do for their audience,
Yes.
whichever way that they're going to be sharing their message.
Yes.
So I think it's great to have you here. I can't wait to hear some tips and ideas that you might have for us. But there's something else that I learned about you today, about you being involved with LinkedIn. Can you explain that to us?
Yes. Thank you so much. It's funny. A lot of people talk about, you're hearing LinkedIn becoming a lot more popular now. I know most of you guys, most of your audience, this is a sophisticated, intelligent bunch. And so I know you guys, even some of the people that we love and enjoy, some of the creators, some of the, I hate the word influencers, but yeah, whatever. They're talking about LinkedIn now. They're talking about LinkedIn video. They're talking about LinkedIn branding. Why? Well, because this amazing platform has turned from, I've been building my business and brand on LinkedIn since 2006. And so I have loved this platform because this is where business owners can go and actually reach company decision makers. This is where people can go to advance their career, to network with the right people. If you're serious about your career and you're serious about your business, this is the place to go. And ever since Microsoft purchased LinkedIn for just a cool $26 billion back in 2016, the platform has transformed completely. It's not just the stuffy shirt place where the guy with the suit and tie goes to drop his business card or to drop his, resume. This is the place where now you can develop relationships, develop, real, actual conversations with people who you can help, people who you can serve, ideal customers, ideal clients. I've been a consultant working with LinkedIn. I'm one of their ProFinder consultants, helping members with their resume, helping them with their LinkedIn profile, which I'll talk about LinkedIn profile. And I'd love to hear from you in the chat. If anybody in the chat even has any remote presence on LinkedIn or curious about LinkedIn, I can talk about LinkedIn until the cows come home. So if you have questions about that, I'm happy to help. But essentially, LinkedIn is this. I mean, I tell my students, Heather and Michael, all the time, if I was 19, 20 and didn't have kids and all this gray hair that comes with having kids and a wife and a mortgage, this technology, tinkering with tech, I mean, this technology is phenomenal, everybody. It's like insane how I can reach the vice president of a Guamanian bank. And I can actually tell them that, look, if you pay me this much retainer, I will come and fly all the way over there and teach your entire staff, teach your entire team how to build their online presence so they represent you better in the digital world. I mean, I can do that in my pajamas.
Wow.
It's insane.
It is insane. It's incredible.
Let's jump to the audience while you're saying that, Michael.
Yeah, go ahead. And
I've been on LinkedIn for years.
I think this is I put the StreamYard up in the top corner there. Up in the top corner, I put StreamYard there because let me tell you what, you're right. This platform makes that really easy too. So I love it.
Oh, this is a great question from Lowland. Yes, I have LinkedIn Live. Some of us have been given LinkedIn Live early on as early beta testers. Your question, and Phil, I want to talk to you because that's really interesting that you say.
Yeah, I want to jump back to Phil's comment. Formal.
Yeah. LinkedIn Live is going to be rolling out to more and more people, but in order to expedite that and fast track that, go apply. If you literally Google LinkedIn Live broadcast application, or you can go to the platform and do it there in the search bar, you will see that there's an application that you can fill out. LinkedIn doesn't want to really become Facebook, even though ironically it's looking more and more like Facebook. LinkedIn doesn't want just anybody to, carry that product initially. They're really looking for people like Heather and Michael, who are professional broadcasters who've been doing this for a while. And so, and just people who take it seriously and who are going to represent the brand well. And so if you apply nowadays, there's a really good chance that you will get LinkedIn Live a lot quicker than just waiting for it to roll out.
So that would be you, Lowland, because Lowland's been broadcasting and doing regular shows. She's got a great community of folks that she works with too as well. So that would be you, Lowland. Go fill that out.
And by the way, for you guys who are looking to expand your reach, build your community, build your business, the only place on planet Earth right now where you can get massive organic reach. I mean, YouTube is all search related. And also, obviously, if you create and understand the algorithm, you'll get suggested. But Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all these other places, it's pay to play. Let's just call it what it is. It's pay to play. I don't know about you guys, but my business page, my content on those platforms, if I don't put money behind it, goose egg. LinkedIn has amazing organic reach. You publish a 1 to 3 native video on LinkedIn. Native video, forget live for now. You publish a 1 to 3 minute video saying, "Hi, I am Lolan." I want to pronounce that right.
Yep, that's right.
Okay, I'm Lolan, and this is my community. This is what I do. This is what we talk about. If you're interested in learning more about XYZ, if you want help with XYZ, I can help you by, and then give them what they're going to get out of it. I'm telling you right now, your organic reach, Lolan, and everybody watching will be insanity up the roof.
Wow.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Let's talk about this comment from Phil, because I'll be honest with you, I kind of agree with him. I felt this way about LinkedIn myself. I haven't even been over there in probably a year.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so everything's changed. Everything has changed now. You gotta really make sure that you're connecting with the right people. There's a lot of spam connections out there, but I say a lot of when I hear people say it's too formal, I guess I'd like to know what that means. Does that mean that the type of people you're connecting with are requiring different things from you, or are you not getting the kind of reach that you want on your content? It really comes down to, like, Heather, for you, let's just take you for Heather. And I'd like to learn more about Phil and what he means by it's too formal. But Heather, what would be your, this is why I say discover your purpose first.
Yeah.
What is your purpose? If your purpose is to, go ahead, Heather.
Well, I was just going to say, this is actually a good point, because for me personally, I obviously do some tech stuff. I mean, here I am on a tech show. That's how we even met each other. But that's not what I want to be known for, actually. Right. This is just sort of my side gig that I do that's a lot of fun with Michael. Right. And I utilize a lot of the things I learn here in this show and what I'm doing in my real gig, which is being an artist and then broadcasting that around the world and owning my own business online. There's a lot of technology involved, but I don't want to be known for my social marketing skills or my the ability to run a production video system. I don't want people to hire me for that. I want to be hired as an artist, or I want my art to get out there. That's where I found a problem with LinkedIn, because every connection that I had was all about the technology side of what I do rather than the artistry side of what I do.
I think that what if somebody said, I would like to commission you as an artist for my event?
That'd be great.
How cool. Great. Well, I mean, that's where the people.
I wasn't known that way on LinkedIn, though. No, not at all.
I think that would be, well, let me say this. The people who have that kind of authority, they're on LinkedIn. They're probably on Facebook too, but you could actually, I think, and Phil, I see your comment there. I want to get to that. Yeah, there's a lot of spam, but there's a lot of spam on every platform. I mean, I can't tell you how many messages I get on Facebook or Instagram. Hey man, I can get you more followers. Hey man, I can get you more reach on Instagram.
I got a lot of that.
Don't worry about that, Phil. And as a matter of fact, don't sell a darn thing. This is personal branding 101. Let me say this, please. Doesn't matter what platform you're on. Communicating your message should always revolve around you demonstrating, whether it's video, audio content, written form content, photographic content, whatever. For you, Heather, with your personality, because you have an amazing personality, I don't know that much about your art, but I have a feeling that
more money.
You. If you did like 1 to 5 minute videos, just sharing your story, don't sell. Like say, hey guys, here's a cool video you could do right now, Heather, on LinkedIn. Hey guys, I know we've all been stuck at home. I know it's kind of stunk. I don't know about you, but I'm getting stir crazy. Hey, check this out. I'd like to show you my latest piece. Or hey, here's a demo of me on this latest project I'm working on. Let me know what you think. Do you like this? Maybe this can bring you some inspiration, some comfort. Don't sell. You should never sell. Branding, getting your message out there. And I'm not saying selling is bad. You need selling as a business, but you don't want to introduce yourself in that way right off the bat. People need to know who you are. Then after they know you, hopefully they, get a taste of your energy, a taste of who you are. I like your personality. I like their style. I like their vibe. You build a relationship, then the selling will happen. And so on LinkedIn, there's never been a better opportunity now. Don't sell. And as a matter of fact, Phil, this will differentiate you from the other people who are doing it shady. Because you're right. There's a lot of salesy marketing, promotional, self-promotional stuff. I don't know if you could say that that's only relegated to LinkedIn. I think that's pretty much everywhere. Yeah, but I totally understand what you're talking about. Just communicate what your value is. Just communicate. I think video is amazing, especially live streaming. Help, offer assistance, demonstrate, 3-dimensionalize who you are. Who is Phil? What are your interests? What's your background? What can I get out of it? I being your ideal customer, audience member, community member, or whoever you want to connect with, demonstrate 3 dimensions.
Yeah,
hey, I gotta do
that's
something.
interesting.
It's a halfway point. I got to break in the action here. This is something that I do every show. Where are you from? There's a lot of people out there. I can see a lot of people out there. Tell me where you guys are from, whether you just want to say the state or you want to say the city state or the country or the planet. That's fine too. Nez, where
I'm
are
from
you
Mars.
from?
Can't you tell?
Mars. All right. Well, thank you for
I was raised by wolves in 1976. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
I'm actually in California. I'm in Orange County, California.
Nice. Yes. Awesome. Fantastic.
Yes.
I'm the complete opposite of the United States. I'm over in Greer, South Carolina, which is Greenville, South Carolina. So we're like,
I love the South.
Even line, but exactly opposite on the.
Can I share something personal about myself that's going to make everybody probably hate me?
Absolutely. No, not to hate you, sir, but absolutely share. Absolutely
so Michael's going to love this. I say y'all, and I'm not from the South.
Oh, there you go.
And I had my friend, my neighbor called me and he's like, why do you say y'all? And I said, because it sounds good.
It does sound good. It's awesome. I love y'all.
I do want to say this. I'm a huge the culture of the South, the music. I love. I mean, so maybe I don't know. Does that give me a little bit of a free pass?
A little bit.
There you go. There's Hermitage, Tennessee. Right, Florida. There we go. We got some.
Idaho, land of the crazy.
Canada. There you go.
Hey, look at this one. Whoops. Wait, sorry, hit the wrong one. Former OC right there.
Oh, Phil. Nice, Phil. Can I just say this really quickly too, Heather and Michael, just really quickly. Mm-hmm. If you guys are interested, and this is not promotional, honestly, you don't have to register. You don't have to give me your email, nothing like that. Mm-hmm. If you literally go to professornez.com/live streams, mm-hmm. I have a ton of content that talks about LinkedIn branding. I have a presentation that I filmed, I gave at the Anaheim Convention Center, all about LinkedIn personal branding, because I don't want to take up your guys' time and I don't want to take up the time of the show, but I promise you, and again, no selling, no promotion. You don't have to give me an email. There's no register. There's no sign up, no pop up, no ad. Go check that out. You'll love it.
One thing, I'm glad you mentioned that, because one thing that I enjoyed, and I don't know if anybody wants to join in, and you have to let them know how to do that, or if you want them to do that, Professor Nez, because I'm a member on your Discord channel.
Okay.
And I love, you have like creator inspiration. You have a category called that. And then your general one where you bring up stuff and talk, but you also you have a thing there with Who's Live Now.
Yes.
And I think that's kind of cool. So you can see it's kind of promoting all the people out there and what they're doing live. I mean, what you do, it's very basic. It's a very basic Discord.
I keep it simple.
I know. And I love that. It's one thing I love about your particular Discord that I just love. Love.
Feel free to share that in Discord. Yeah, by all means. I will. Heather, it's actually professornez.com/live streams. I'm sorry.
Live streams. Oh, yes. Okay. I'll change that right now.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And again, I want to be very, very transparent. You don't have to give me a thing. Nobody has to give me a thing. It's literally just hopefully stuff that'll help you, because I have actually a lot of colleagues who still think, and Phil, you're not the only one. A lot of people, Heather, you're not the only one.
Mm-hmm.
They still are like, LinkedIn is not for me. That's the last place I want to be. I'm hoping to at least show, and I'm living proof that you can not only provide value, but make money. Who wants to make money? Hello?
Yeah, exactly.
Especially right now.
I'm going to talk about this.
I've learned you make money by making connections first. That's what I've learned over the years.
Yeah.
You make connections, then you make money.
Exactly.
And I think it was actually Lolan who said this. So many people just do not understand the concept of engagement, and engagement goes far beyond just a video, just chat. There's so many ways to engage with your audience, and that's what excited me about having Professor.
My wife did. We were engaged for 5 years, so she was very familiar with engagement.
It took her a long time to commit to you. That's what it was.
Can I just say this? I have met some of the most amazing people that I've never seen face to face. And Heather and Michael are definitely in that group. Like, I've never met Michael face to face, but I know that when I see him, he's going to get a gigantic Nez Nation bear hug. Because I'm a hugger, Michael.
Not right now, you can't.
Yeah, not right now. I'll wear a mask. I'll wear a tarp.
Well, and I'll probably be holding the beer, so don't knock my beer over.
If Heather doesn't mind, I'll give her a hug too. I'll wear 2 tarps for Heather.
I'm a lot closer to you, so it will probably be easier for us to get together.
Where are you?
I'm over here in Arizona.
You're in Arizona. I love Arizonians. Yeah. I love it.
I don't, but it's all right. That's okay. I'm related to too many of them.
I like mics. I have to put mics up there, Heather, because I thought that was pretty cool. I say y'all.
Exactly.
I love y'all.
He's Canadian. He's Canadian, and he says y'all.
You're welcome, Jolene. Am I saying Jolene? Am I saying that right?
Jolene.
You're welcome, Jolene. Thank you.
Very good. Very good. I like that. No, this is awesome. I love this. And this is what's fun. I'm telling you, and this is why I brought this up before, and I'm going to bring it up again because I really want to know LinkedIn Live. Why would anyone, okay, and I'm going to give you a serious one here, okay? Yep. Here, let me take my glasses off because that's what you do when you get no. LinkedIn, why would anyone want to go live on LinkedIn Live versus a huge following on Facebook, a huge following on YouTube, why LinkedIn Live? Touch on that a little bit, because I think that would help people too. Because a lot of us that are out there in the audience, we're all going live now. We're all doing this all the time, especially right now.
Yes.
So do we really need one more place?
Exactly.
That's my question.
Yeah, that's a really good question. And the quick answer to that is no, you don't need another place. You really don't. But people have gotten on me for a long time, and so-called gurus or whatever in this space have gotten on me and say, Nez, you're all over the place. You're on Periscope, you're live on YouTube, you're live on Facebook, you're live on Twitch. Like, why do you do all these things? Well, I believe that I have a message that I think more and more people should hear. I love to inspire people. I'm a professor, but I always say this, I hate teaching, because teaching, almost whenever I hear the word, I'm going to teach you something, it's like I want to recoil in horror. But if you inspire me, I will be your slave for life.
That's great.
And so this is why I was so excited to have him here.
Yes.
Those words right there. You said the words I wanted everyone to hear you say, because that's the reason why I was so excited today, why I got through an entire day with 1 cup of very weak coffee, which is a huge deal in my world, because I never get through a day that way, is because we were having Professor Nez on, and his message just totally excites me, because every other expert, and I hate that word, out there says these things that you just said, that you're in too many places, you're doing too many things, you've got to hone in, you're never going to make any money. If my entire life was about making a bunch of money, I would be doing a whole different thing with my webcam. I'm just saying. But what I am going to say is that the joy of inspiring people is my goal.
That's the fuel.
That just thrills me that you said that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm glad
you
can relax now.
we can. That's a wrap, folks.
I'm glad you said that as well, because you know what? I've been a teacher or a trainer in every job that I've ever had. But to me, if I don't learn while I'm teaching and inspire, and that works both ways, I get inspired when I help people and they get good results, but that returns same to me. A lot of times if the teacher becomes the student, I think that's where it evolves. And
you said it
exactly
best.
what you're talking about.
Oh, you said it best. And so, and like, I always look at that, and I love what you said too. You're absolutely right, Michael. Like, if you think back of all the people who've actually had an impact on your life, and guys, I have 3 degrees and I could literally light them all on fire compared to my real world experience. And that's, and people know about my education rants, and I'm an educator, and I can't stand education. And so, at least the kind of education that's being, sort of, distributed right now to our kids.
Yeah. Yeah,
and so,
we're not taught to learn. We're not taught to learn.
We're not exactly. It should be experiential learning, not intellectual learning. Yeah. And it doesn't relate to if it doesn't relate to your life, if it doesn't relate to how it can move you into doing, Maya Angelou, one of my favorite poets, Dr. Maya Angelou, people will never remember what you said, but they will always remember how you made them feel. I want people to feel like Nez's class changed my entire life. I live, eat, sleep, and breathe for those moments, because for somebody who experienced, and this is going to come as a shock to Heather, I know this, for somebody who's experienced insane depression and anxiety as a young man, it was the inspirers. It was the Whitmans. It was the Dickinsons, the Woody Guthries. It was the amazing musicians and artists, the Van Goghs. It was the amazing artists that moved me, that inspired me, the teachers. And by the way, artists can be anything. It doesn't have to be somebody with an easel.
Yeah,
an artist can be a mother. An artist can be a firefighter. An artist can be a live streamer, a content creator. So I don't want to teach you anything.
Hey, can an artist be a guy that forgets to turn the sound off? Can it be the guy that forgot to turn the sound on?
Yes, that guy is also an artist.
Was I on mute?
No, I forgot to turn the sound on for this whole thing. No, I'm kidding. It's a joke. No. Everybody that knows me out there knows that I do that. Everybody that knows me knows that I do that.
But to answer your question really directly about LinkedIn Live, though, Heather and Michael, is look, if you feel that you have a message that can reach people, if you feel that you have a message that can transform lives, LinkedIn is a place where, you can actually reach the people who can give you more reach to those kind of people, if that makes sense. Because you have to understand your target audience is really important. But the LinkedIn, primarily the people on LinkedIn are professionals, decision makers at their company, business professionals primarily. Now it's becoming more like, gosh, everybody's on LinkedIn. It's becoming a content branding platform. But I say 70 to 80%, they're reaching 700 million members. They're almost there, and they're going to get to 1 billion probably by 2021 or 2022. And I'm telling you guys, the people who can actually give your message more reach, eat, sleep, and breathe on LinkedIn. So here's an example. Can I give an example?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
I went live on LinkedIn not that long ago. I go live on LinkedIn every week. I have a show called Office Hours with Professor Nez. Follow the hashtag, shameless plug, Nez Nation on LinkedIn. But I went live, and a guy who saw me on LinkedIn Live, he said, "What's your email?" He said that in the chat, and I recognized him. I was like, "Who's that?" I kind of recognized the name. He was somebody I've been listening to on the radio as a kid. And he invited me. He actually invited me. He said, "Look, I love your message. I love what this is a true to form example of what I'm talking about." He said, "You have a message that needs to reach more earballs." And I said, "I would love to reach more earballs." I thought it was eyeballs. I'd love to reach earballs. He said, "I want you to come on my show. I want you to be my guest. And I want you to talk about what you do, because your message deserves a larger audience." I was blown away. And so this is living proof that I'm not saying you need to be on LinkedIn Live, but why not? Right?
I got you. That's a great point. No, and I'm glad you answered it that way, because
but it does depend on what you want.
I agree with you. And that's why I like the way you started that. You started that was, you don't need it. You don't need to. You don't need to. Yeah. But you also filled that in with, but you might want to.
I've never met Heather before, but through this amazing community, through this amazing connectivity, I already know Heather and I are going to be buds for life. And so like that to me is like a blessing. That to me is a beautiful thing. And if you have any kind of desire, I don't want to monetize. That's why I say everything I give away is for free. I have a business. I have money. I have income. right?
Mhm.
Right now, it's been kind of tight. It's struggling like everybody else. But look, I don't need to monetize like what Heather was saying. I love the way you said that, Heather. I don't need to monetize my content. I don't need to always be money, money, money. If you know the message that I know you get this, Heather and Michael and people listening, if I get a message that says, Nez, I watched your video because I do a lot about anxiety and mindset on my YouTube channel. I watched your video, Nez, and literally I was inches away from like killing myself. I watched your video and I literally stopped and it changed everything. That to me, it makes me want to cry right now, you guys. That to me is more important than anything.
Right.
Yeah, no doubt. 100%. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's incredible.
I'm not going to cry.
Hey, listen, we need to leave some time for our community. We have a
I apologize.
No. You're fine. You're right on time. Actually, I just want to make sure I kind of keep things flowing here. We have a community of the members. The members will come in and get a chance to talk to you in private. That's one of the benefits that we have for our community. There's some people out there. I want to touch on a bunch of these comments and just bring them up. I don't care if they're talking to each other. Because this is what I love about StreamYard. I know you've mentioned it in about 3 shows that I've seen you on. Eddie's show the other day, talking about StreamYard and how much this helps and touching people's lives. To me, and Heather, you've heard me say this. I know a lot of the people in the audience have heard me say this over and over and over. This is truly social media. All that other crud is not social media. That's
media. It's just not very social.
It's anti-social media is what it is.
Yeah.
But this right here with people speaking live, when you can see my mannerisms and you can see my expression and you can it's just like you said, you would give us both a hug. You would give us both a hug if you saw us in person. Why? If I was texting you all this or we were going back and forth on Facebook, you would
not think I'm going to hug this person. Right.
Yeah, you'd be afraid to hug me probably, especially when you saw me in person and saw the big bald guy. That's right.
I'll hug you any day of the week.
Well, no, but that's my point. And that's my point out there. I just
I love that. Thank you.
We do have a lot of things.
Yeah, let's do it.
I want to bring up a few of these, and let's just see if we can touch on them as fast as we can. While
she's doing that, let's take a drink if you got one. Hey,
take a drink. All right. Let's see here. I just want to see. Okay, there was a question about the Discord. There was a question about your Discord. Now that's like a perk of your membership, right? Did I understand that correctly?
For me?
To your Discord, yeah.
No, my Discord's free.
Interesting.
Is it not supposed to be
a part of that?
Give us the link. We're going to put it out there. The link.
Let me actually. Yeah, absolutely. You can join my Discord anytime you want.
Just get the invite.
Oh, that would be so awesome because you've had that question a couple of times. So I was thinking it was limited. So that's awesome.
Oh, no, absolutely. So Here, I'll leave that in the chat right now.
Yes, that'd be great.
Yep. Yeah. And Michael will put it on all the platforms, everybody, no matter where you're watching. I've met people. This is from Sabrina.
I sent it to somebody, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
On stream.
I have met people all over the world on live streams and have traveled to their countries to visit, which is just so cool. I love that.
Beautiful.
Andrew, making money isn't really one of his objectives. Fantastic. So I mean, here's somebody in the audience who is like, you know what, that's really not my goal anyway. Yeah. So, and he's very helpful. He likes to help people. So
can I tell you what the mantra of our community is, Nez Nation?
Go for it.
And not to sound, I hate the word mantra. Let me take that back. Our mission statement, bringing more humanness to this digitalness. That's our mission statement. So that's what you just said right there, was that Andrew?
Andrew.
I love it. Thank you. Sorry, Heather.
No, that's right. Do not apologize. This is what this show is for. So,
perfect.
We got a wow, love the website from Arthur there for you.
Arthur.
And then I want to get down here. April's here. She's so awesome.
Yes.
April's if I ever have a question on Facebook, I go to April and she knows this because she knows I can't stand it. I don't like Facebook, but she is always there for me.
This community rocks. You guys have inspired me. Seriously. I'd be honest with you. It's been hard being stir crazy like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I've got 2 kids at home. There's no school for them. This show, you guys have literally lifted I really appreciate you've lifted my spirits.
Oh, good. That's
Good.
wonderful. I'm glad we can have that impact. See, so there we go. We never
I did
sold
want to
anything,
ask this
never made
about the
any money.
hashtags before we go. I do
Yeah.
want to
Okay.
ask this about the
Okay,
hashtags
this is
before
a
we go,
great
though.
question. Phil, yes, as a matter of fact, hashtags on LinkedIn are 10 times more discoverable and 10 times more significant on LinkedIn than they are on Instagram. You don't want to be what's known as a hash hole, which is too many hashtags.
Oh, nice.
But you want to use some very strategic, specific ones. So I always use my community hashtag in my posts, Nez Nation, and that's gained kind of a little bit of a following on LinkedIn lately. And I always use like personal branding coach hashtags that are relevant to what it's kind of like YouTube thumbnails. You don't want clickbait. I see some people put COVID-19 as a hashtag. Well, wait a minute. Your post has nothing to do with COVID-19. So don't take advantage of that. It's like no hash bait. Is that a thing? Hash bait?
Probably.
Oh no, that's good. That's good. I'm gonna write that one down. Hash.
Yeah, hash bait. No hash bait.
No.
All right,
Say no to hash bait.
We're going to start wrapping this up. Those community members know that you can come talk to Professor Nez back in the. Oops, I'm sorry. Back in the.
That's all right.
The backstage
Right
pass. We have a backstage pass for all of them. So that's going to be fun to be over there and chat with you and learn a little bit more, maybe even go into maybe some more questions, for the community members, they might have a couple more questions and stuff. So it's a way for you to maybe build, and it's all about networking and stuff like that. So maybe you can become part of that, what I'm saying, or they can be part of your community. That's what it's all about is all this kind of stuff. So much fun. I love this. I know I interrupt and I put in little jabs and all that kind of stuff because I don't like to have just talking heads on here. And that's why I loved having you on here because you are hilarious. When we were in the green room beforehand, it was just so much fun. It was just so much fun. I mean, we had more.
It totally.
So we're going to have some
I
more
love
fun.
this. I love this. This would be a great way to end the show just before we head off to the backstage pass with our community members. Phil saying, I like more people online than in real life. Now, I will say, I like to use the word in person as opposed to real life. I believe this right here is real life. Matter of fact, it's the real life.
I co-sign that
over the in-person stuff, but I just had to put that up for you because
I like me better in online than I do in real life.
Yeah, so do a lot of people with me apparently because I never remember to put the sound on. So there we go.
You haven't messed up in a long time.
Hush,
so
you just changed it.
I'm just saying, if people out there they're like, what's he talking about? He's never done that.
Let me tell you, you got to come on the show again. I love having you.
I would love
to. And also, you need to come on the game show one Friday
night
too. One time when you can make it, that'd be great to have you on the game show. I'd love to have you out. It's a blast. We have a good time.
It better be a night when I'm able to play.
Yeah.
I'm just saying now.
Heather, if you're not there, you better be there, Heather.
Exactly.
So anyway, we will see you folks later. Stick around here, Nez. I'll get you that link so you can come on over to the Zoom meeting that we're going to go into for the backstage pass. Thank you, everybody. And you can keep putting comments up, Heather.
Thank you, guys.
I will.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.